All right, first of all, I'd like to thank everybody for having me, for making it. What a great event, Invest Inspiration. You guys did a great job. Looks like you got a lot of great presenters. Is everyone out of breath, or is everybody ready to continue with the excitement with the speakers? Everybody all up to it? All right. Good. All right, so once again, guys, my name is Fausto Pugliese. Basically, founder and president of CyberGroup University. Going to talk a little bit about the smart money and how it's being exposed and why you need level 3 to beat the best traders on Wall Street. So I'm going to try to go through this pretty quickly. I'll try not to talk too fast. I'll try to slow down. Try to keep you guys up to and ask some questions, but you know, we are limited with time. So I just want you guys to understand, I can't teach you how to make money in 45 minutes, but I could just spark enough to spark your interest to make you realize if trading is for you or not. Now, just tell you a little quick bio about myself and about CyberGroup University. I've been teaching people for over 25 years. We're one of the longest running educational schools in the industry. We do education from some of the biggest brokerage firms in the world. And the reason for that is because there's not too many people out there that really know the whole concept about how day trading works and how, you know, and becoming a market maker. And just to kind of tell you why I'm doing it, why I'm here. Well, the bottom line is this: I'm here just like you are. I'm here to make money, okay? And what we do at CyberGroup University is something very unique. We have a trading community, so where we're looking for people that are serious, that really want to learn how to trade, and that we could teach you how to trade, so we can make money together and trade together. You know, basically like a big social community, and that's what it's all about. But you know what? Trading is not for everybody. And I just want to be honest with you. You're here, you guys are hearing some great presenters, you're learning a little bit from everyone, but just please take in consideration, you know, every single one of you need to learn from everybody, a little bit of everything to know what kind of market you want to do. You want to, if it's Forex, stocks, options, futures, but you don't have to go out there and go heavy and learn everything. But just remember, it's not for everyone, but it should be, but depending on what kind of trading you're gonna like. And that's why we got these great events. Now, what I'm looking to do today, ladies and gentlemen, is I want to tell you a little bit about the secrets about what level 3 is, how it works, because I was one of the founders who helped build the level 3 platforms back in the early 90s. I'm one of the original SOS bandits you probably read about in the books. And basically going out there, my goal is to hopefully get your opportunity to come visit our trading room online and to see what it's all about. You know, I'm not here to sell anything. I'm not here to kind of like hit you over the head and everything. Listen, you want to come, you want to come. You don't want to come, that's great. But I'm looking for serious traders that really want to learn how to trade. Now, just want to let you guys know, like I said, CyberGroup University has been teaching for over 25 years. We run on-site events. And the great thing about these photos that you're seeing here is that there are people here just like you. You know, they're business owners, entrepreneurs, pharmacists, grandmas, grandpas, doctors, lawyers, accountants, engineers. You know, everyone's of all different walks of life. That's basically what you're looking at. So if they can do it, you can do it. Now, the question I have for all of you is this. Can everyone just give me an idea, what kind of trader is everyone? Are you a stock trader, an options trader, futures, Forex? Just want to kind of, you guys can just click on the questions. Just want to get an idea what kind of trader you are. Okay, Carl, you do some options, okay. Everyone else? Okay, we got some Forex traders. Michael does some Forex. Okay, good. Guys, don't be shy. I'm not going to rat you out. I'm not going to pick on you. And you know, I mean, just want to get to know everyone. Okay, Carl did some crypto. Okay, great. Anyone else? Any stock traders out there? Okay. Now, obviously, you listened to the previous presenter. You know, MTI, great company, know them very, very well. They do a great job in Forex. We train, you know, but you could utilize understanding cryptocurrencies, Forex, all together. It all combines. You'll notice that we trade about 70% exactly the same, with the psychology, the discipline, the tools, you know, journaling, mentoring, everything. The difference between all the different currencies, the different types of exchanges, is about 30%. It's just a different market. Now, I personally, I'm a day trader, and I'll tell you why. I like to sleep at night. I mean, that basically comes down to it. Everybody out there, you're always wondering, you got certain markets open up at certain times of the day and blah, blah, blah. And, maybe it doesn't fit within your agenda, your style, whatever it is. But when you day trade, basically day traders, we only work about an hour to 2 hours a day. We trade the first hour of the open and the last hour of the close. That's basically what we're doing. We strictly trade on momentum, and I'm going to talk a little bit about those stocks that moved and so on, but just kind of let you know that's realistically what we're doing here. Now, the things I want to kind of address really quick is this, and I think all us presenters could kind of, would agree with me on this, is that we're here because we know that you want to take matters in your own hands. But the problem is a lot of people out there want to trade and they want to try it first. They want to be self-taught. They want to see if it's for them or not. And let me tell you, that's about an 80 to 90% failure rate. And not only that, but brokerage firms know how to, what's that word I'm looking for? They know how to pry on people like that. They know how to find people that are self-taught. And what they don't tell you is that they're actually trading against you. And they'll go out there and they'll sell you everything and they want. They'll tell you about free tickets and free debit cards and free this and why are they giving all this stuff for free? Why would anybody out there, brokerage firm, will give you free stuff? First of all, ask yourself the dumbest question in the world. Do you work for free? Well, obviously no. So how do they work for free? What are they doing? Well, what they're doing is they're trading against you because they know you're going to lose. So they'll do everything they can to get you to open an account with them. And these specifically are online brokerage firms. Okay, this is about 50% of the failure rate. Now, I know everybody here wants to learn about trading and wants to know the style and this and that, but I'm just telling you right now, if you go and deal with any one of us mentors here, anyone out there that's here speaking, the first thing they're going to teach you is going to tell you, don't open a brokerage account. Let us first find out if this is for you or not, because then we'll go out there, we'll tell you who's the right broker for you. And everyone's a case-by-case basis, okay? Different parts of the country, world, rules, there's a lot of them. So you got to know the difference between online brokers and direct access, okay? Because the only thing that's free is a cheese and a mouse trap. And let me tell you what happened to the mouse. Now, getting back to these online brokers versus direct access, one thing that we kind of show you in our trading room, you'll see what a direct access brokerage account is. You'll see how we get in and out of positions. Once again, we're not a brokerage firm. We're not trying to sell you brokerage services. We're an educational trading school, and we're here to trade with you. Okay, we're not here to trade against you, but to be successful, you got to have the right tools. Listen, you can't run a successful family, dealing with public transportation all day, right? You can't run a successful business dealing with the local taxi service. You got to buy your own cars. You got to pay your own insurance. It's part of doing business. So please keep in mind, everyone here, if you want to be successful in trading, you got to spend some money. You don't want to spend any money? Do yourself a favor, close your brokerage account right now and just start interviewing stockbrokers. I mean, it's just, I'm just being very blunt and honest with you. Now that we got that out of the way, now let's get into the style of trading. Now, regarding about having the wrong brokerage account, I learned that when I first started. I actually blew up 3 accounts, and I think every presenter here would say the same thing. They'll tell you, listen, we all lost money. I mean, if we didn't, by the way, if anyone ever told you they didn't, you better run far away from them because we all lose money. It's part of the game. It's like a baseball player. Oh, I don't strike out. Of course they strike out. Nobody bats 1,000. You go to the Hall of Fame, you bat 300. If you bat 300 in trading, then yeah, you're definitely going bankrupt. But we usually bat around 700. That's usually what we're batting. But anyway, when I finally took a job as a market maker, and the reason why I didn't want to do that, I'll be honest with you, is the same reason why people don't spend money in education. Back then, I didn't want to split the profits. I wanted to keep 100% of the profit. But I didn't realize it was so much damn easier to learn from the big professionals. So when I started doing that, on the first day in the job, when I got my opportunity, I realized whatever I was doing was completely opposite. I shouldn't have done should never open a brokerage account. I should have sat and watched and learned from true professionals. And that's where I started finding stocks like this one, EXAS, up 47% in 2 days. Then, by the way, did anyone see this stock right here, EXAS? This is a stock that we just traded yesterday, and we traded this morning. I don't know if you guys saw it. Think about it. When was the last time you guys were in a stock up 47%? Now, there's a lot of them. NEWA, GEVA, AWX, ABIL. What do all these stocks have in common? They got symbols. What do? I'll tell you what they do. I don't care what they do. You know what I care about? Making money just like you. All right. So think about it. Look at all the chats from our traders. Ben made 40 cents. Neil made $1. John made 45, 67. Fernando made 10 bucks on the trade. You know, made his weekly's pay. These are real live individuals just like you. By the way, you'll get a chance to meet all of them at the end of this presentation. But this is what we're looking for. Now the thing is this. Now the next question you're probably asking you is, okay, Fausto, how did you find this stock? Where did it come from? How did you know it was going up? How did you know where it's going out? Well, that is what I'm going to teach you right now, which is basically, you know, and once again, don't get offended. I'm going to teach you kindergarten stuff right now, something you all can relate to. Nada, yes, you'll have access to the recording presentation, absolutely. So how do we know when to get out? How do we know the stock was going to go down? Because if you go check out the stock right now, it basically did a big reversal. Well, what creates a resistance level? Sellers. Sellers and buyers create support and resistance levels. And if you notice, every presenter here, we're all talking about the same exact thing. But how do I interpret it, support and resistance levels? By following the money and having the right tools. And the number one tool that we need in the stock market, I can't talk about Forex, I can't talk about currencies, I can only talk about the stock market, and this is why I like trading the stock market, because it lets me see this information, is having something called level 3. Now, everyone probably heard of level 1, you heard of level 2, and some of you probably scratching your head like, wow, this, you know, I heard about it, I didn't know really is something level 3, or you might think like you can't get it or whatever it is. Every single one of you are going to have access to it. Now, you have to just ask you this question, do you have level 2, level 3? And are you using it? Do you know what it is? And whenever I do this survey, 80% of you say no. All right, but you're going to see that you've been trading blind, because think about this for a second. What you're about to see is about 70% of where the buyers and sellers are. 70%. So let's look at, for an example, what is level 3. Now, this is what you're looking at right now is one of several of what we call ECNs. ECN stands for Electronic Communication Network. I actually was one of the developers that helped beta test to make all these ECNs come to fruition back in the early 90s. Now, what you're looking at is, you probably heard of Instinet and all these different trading tools, but this is basically like Instinet. All right, this is where all the high frequency trades are. This is where you're probably hearing a lot about dark pools, which are probably a fraction of the high frequency is the one you're looking at. But this is where you're seeing it all. Now, how do you read it? All right, everyone got their pen and paper ready? This is where we're going to go. On the left-hand side, these are the buyers. The right-hand side, these are the sellers. We all know that by seeing level 1 and level 2. And with this said, when you're looking at this, on the left-hand side, it's a negotiated system. People are buying it, people are selling it. Whoever wants to buy for the most is up on top. Whoever wants to sell for the least is up on top of the list. And it's just a negotiated market. And then what you have is, those are the orders out there. How many shares are looking to be bought at that specific price? Now, let's look at an example right here of a stock. We're looking at a stock called IQ. okay? It's a Chinese stock, big deal, okay? Who cares? But at the end of the day, as long as it's making you money, that's all we care about. So let's look at this stock right here. Here's the stock IQ. It goes up. It starts this morning at about $29.20. It goes up. And you'll notice each one of these bars are 1 minute bars. And you'll notice that the stock was, once it broke this past about $1.50, it kept, every time it hit $1.50, it kept going up. $1.50 kept going up, $1.50 going up. Why did the stock have such a time breaking a $29.50? Why didn't it go back to $29.20? Well, when you look over here on the left-hand side, there was a 12,000 share buyer. Who do you think could influence more of the stock? The buyer at 9 shares, the guy at 300 shares, or the guy at 12,000? Well, that's what makes supports and resistance levels, buyers and sellers. Here is an example of Twitter. Twitter went from $32 all the way up to a price of $32.40. Why did the stock, why didn't it go back to the previous resistance levels, which most people would have thought was $32.50? Why did it stop at $32.40? Well, because there was a 21,000 share seller at $32.38, which kind of makes sense. And you know what? If you didn't see that seller, look what ended up happening. Twitter went all the way back down to the price of 32. Now you ask yourself a question. How many times have you did a trade out there, and as soon as you bought it, the thing goes down, and as soon as you sell it, it goes up? Okay, and you're like, you think somebody's watching you. And how many times, well, did you see the orders? Nobody's watching you. Well, actually, the only people that are watching you are the ones that are trading against you, which is the online brokers. But like your Fidelities and your Schwabs and all those big brand name E-Trades and all them. But if you had the right execution system, you would see this. Think about it, guys. How much smarter and better trades by just, and everyone here knows about reading charts, but wouldn't it be nice to have the confirmation to know if the stock is going to break it or surpass it? The only way you're going to know that is following the money. Like this example right here. What do you think the stock is going to do, everyone? Look at this chart. Just really quick, can everyone just tell me your first assumption? What do you think the stock's going to do? Go up or going down looking at this chart? What do you guys think? It's good. If you look at the trend's down. It's been going down. Okay. I mean, listen, it's not a trick question. All right. It's not a big trick question. It's a very basic question, guys. So stock's been trending down, right? Now the question everyone asks is like, okay, when is it going to stop? When is it going to bounce? I mean, how many of you guys gone out there and looked at it and says, oh my God, I own the stock at $34, it's at 33, and then now it's 32, and it's like, when's it going to stop? I'm seeing support levels, this and that. What's going to make it stop, which is what we all said earlier, buyers. Well, what do you think is going to happen when you look at this list and you have a 26,000 share buyers sitting at 33.56? Do you think a 10 share buyer is going to influence the support? You think a 750? Maybe a 5,000, but by far the 25,976. Well, guess what happened to that Twitter? Look what happened at the 33.58 buy. The stock hit that support and rocketed all the way to 34.70. Wouldn't that be nice to make profits like that? Wouldn't it be nice to be in a stock, finally knowing that now you found someone that could show you where the buyers and sellers are, having the right tools? Which, by the way, and let me just kind of reiterate this again, because I know some of you are logging in and logging out. When I started, I was you 25 years ago. I heard of this stuff, but I didn't know this stuff you had access to it. And you know why? I didn't know about it because my brokerage firm didn't want me to know about it. And not only that, actually back then they says, oh yeah, you can get it. You guys got to get a job as a trader. And you know, back then, like I told you, the same reason why people don't get educated today is the same reason why I blew up 3 accounts when I first got started. I did not want to split my profits. I said, you know what, let me try it, see how it goes. And if I do well, then I'll take a job on it. Yeah, that cost me about 6 figures, okay? When I could have just sat behind someone and watched them, and you know what? I thought it was a pretty good deal. Hey, you know what? Wouldn't it be, think about this for a second, guys. If you and me 25 years ago, now obviously things change, but think about this for a second. If I made you or taught you how to make $100,000 in the market, or even 100,000, you made it by going through the program. Would you pay me? Could we split that profit? If you did everything that I taught you, right? And by the way, I'm not pertaining that that's what we're here to do, but, and I'm like, well, if I made it and I gave you half and it was all you're doing and everything, and all I had to do was just do what you told me, yeah, I thought it was a pretty good deal. But back then I thought it was a bad deal. I'm like, well, why don't I just keep the whole 100 for myself? Because I'm teaching you how to do it, you know? And like, well, let me try it and let me see. And like, okay, no problem. How's that working out for you? Because after that, after 6 months later, I went back and saw them, and I'm like, hey, you know what? Can I get that job? You know, I came to the guy. And then when I sat there and I look at this is when I realized that I was basically blind. I was trading blind. Now, question from Tom. Tom's question is, but these are just orders sitting on the books. This could always be pulled. Isn't that exact orders more important to be shown? These, listen, Tom, first of all, I just want to reiterate something. These are real orders. These are not fake orders. That's number one. You're not allowed, first of all, you can't put a fake order out there, only on demo mode. And you know that when you want to cash out in demo mode, you get nothing back. So that's number one. Number two, anybody could pull an order, right? Anybody could cancel an order. You could cancel an order, but it's a real order. But if you want to go out there, Tom, and you want to manipulate the market, which is I assume where we're going with this, and you want to joke around and put 30,000 shares, 50,000 share orders out there, and then hope that you're just doing to play games, let me just tell you, you want to play that game you want to play that game? Come join my trading room. We'll play with your money, and let's see if you want to take that gamble, because technically you can get executed. And then what are you going to do? Why? Because you're trying to make a couple $100. So you want to play some games? Listen, there's no games being played. What it is what it is. These guys are trading a lot of shares. You want to play games? You think they're playing? Great. Just remember, you want to play with fire? No problem. What ended up happening to the kid that played with fire? He burned himself. Might get away here and there, but there's no fake fires out there. So anyway, let's look at this example over here. Like, for example, you think this is fake? A 255,000 share seller out there at 22. You think he wants to take a chance and get stuck and sell over $5 million worth of stock? Believe me, that is real as you can get. And you know what? As a trader, look what happened when the stock went from 21.20 all the way to 21.90. Why do you think the stock is starting to trend down? Because the chart said so? No, it's because there's a 250,000 share, almost $4 million. Not 400, not 4,000, not 40,000, $4 million in one order. Some guys looking to sell. Think about it. If you saw those orders, what would you do? Well, guess what? If you didn't get out, look where the stock went. It went from matter of an hour and a half, it just kept going down, 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 all the way to 21.40. Could you think about it? You buy the stock at 21.20, and in 30 minutes, you make yourself about $800 on 1,000 shares. But because you got greedy or whatever your theory is, and we're looking at AMD right now, in 30 minutes, look where it went to, 21.50. You ever get discouraged? You do a trade, next thing you know, you lose out on that much money. I mean, I'll be really ticked off. So anyway, what we call these at CyberTrain University, ladies and gentlemen, these are called iceberg orders. So what we do here at CyberTrain University is we have a trading room, and all the traders, we teach you how to go shopping for iceberg orders, and we're all looking for iceberg orders, and we're all working together, buying it where the buyer is, selling where the seller is. And we're looking for those that are called iceberg orders, big block orders. Now, to learn more about level 3, and I mean, listen, we're looking at a PowerPoint, listen, and I know anyone can make a gorgeous PowerPoint, right? Well, I have some great videos, live videos. I'll be happy to give it to you for free. So at the end, I'll give you access to how to get in there, and you can watch this stuff in not only on a video, but I'm going to also show you in real-time markets. Remember, guys, why are we here? And that is to make money. Always remember that. Now, getting back to Tom's question, how do we know these are real orders? Not only we know they're real because you can't put a fake one out there, we use something called time and sales, which, by the way, all of you guys could use this. So time and sales, basically, this is confirmations if trades are taking off. And not only that, but when you have them color coordinated, which some of you probably don't maybe even take it seriously, just by knowing the colors in green and red. Red means people on the bid are getting executed. Red means sellers are getting executed on your offer. But at least gives you a direction of where the orders are. And by the way, I don't know if you guys know this, which you should if you know how to read charts. Do you know the chart gets its data from the time and sales? Hell, if you could just watch time and sales, you're one step ahead of everyone else. You want to look at a 5-minute chart? Guess what? How many of you guys ever did track? What happens if somebody gave you a 5-minute head start? What happens if someone gave you a 1-minute head start? What happens if someone gave you a 1-day head start? Who's going to win the race? So you don't want to be behind the 8 ball at all times. And by knowing and seeing those orders, and here's an example of a stock that we traded, KBSF. Stock goes from, if you look at the bottom here in pre-market, stock goes from $6 right up until 9 o'clock, goes to $8.50, and you can see all the traders here. These are all the timestamps of everyone trading it. Look, basically, I called this out at 8:47. Look at all the trades: plus 66, plus 45, plus 30, plus 40 from Ron. Judy got plus 82. Gene got plus 92. And here I am saying, hey, you know what? Let's take the money. Look at the time right here at 8:53. Look what happened when the market got it right around 9 o'clock, 9:30. Boom, the stock tanked. Take the money and run. Focus on my time that I just circled. How did I know that stock was going to go down? Because you looked at time and sales. People were selling it and dumping it. How many times have you were in a stock and like, damn, why didn't I sell that stock? Well, do you see people getting, selling it? Because the way things go up and go down is supply and demand. And supply and demand works for everything that we do in everyday life. It works for the Cabbage Patch doll. It works for Beanie Babies. It works for restaurants. And yes, it does work in the stock market. If there's no demand, stock's not going anywhere. If there's no supply, it's not going anywhere. You gotta follow the money. And this is just basic trading. But you gotta remember, where are we going with this whole thing? The whole thing about this is that, like I said earlier, you could apply this. We're all great traders here, and you got hundreds of years of traders here with all our knowledge put together. And every single one of you here need to learn a little bit about all the different markets. And even though you might be a futures trader and says, yeah, I took futures, I want to learn. Listen, maybe you should try stocks. You might like it better. Or you might not, it's with anything else. But even if you don't, at least you understand what the hell they're talking about when they talk about it on TV or whatever it is. Now, the thing is this, guys, when it comes to trading, you just got to follow the money. That's it. And you got to know how to not only just read the chart, but you got to follow the orders. Now, let's get talking a little bit about indicators, all right? Because I got about a little less than 15 minutes to go, and I really want to kind of speed it up here. Everybody wants to read charts, and every single body has another indicator out there. You know what I call indicators? Cookbooks. And cookbooks were invented by chefs. And every chef is going to go out there and tell you why he's the best chef. You know, every restaurant, right? Everyone's saying, oh, he's the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. I make it the best food. You know, well, a lot of indicators were invented by mathematicians, not traders. So they all have these great technology, but the problem is with the indicators, they're lagging. They're laggers. And if you just kept things a little more simple in the beginning, then you maybe will know why maybe you want to implement an indicator here and there. But I could tell you this, if you are a day trader like I am, day traders, we do not use indicators because I can't wait for the indicator to tell me where it's going. I need to see where the orders are. And that will give me an indication where to get in, where to get out. If I'm waiting for an indicator, chances are I'm going to be too late. So it's about following the money. Now, here at CyberTrain University, like I mentioned to you earlier, I want to introduce you to a lot of our students. Been doing this for 25 years. We do education for some of the biggest brokerage firms in the industry, TradeStation, Tastyworks, Thinkorswim. I've done presentations for Schwab, you know, TD Ameritrade. These are just big brand names. We do education for, I can go on and on, maybe like 50 brokerage firms around the world. But the thing is this, you know, when it comes to trading, you need to understand how to play the game. And not only that, but one of the biggest things, our biggest responsibility here at CyberTrain University, first of all, we don't tell you what to buy and sell. First, that's illegal unless you're registered. But most importantly, we teach you how to control losses. I think that's like the biggest issue that people need help in. They need to know why they lost money on that trade. Do you know losing money is a great thing? Probably saying like, what the hell, Fausto, just say? It's great. Yeah, it's great. You know why? If you know why you did it, you won't do it again. It's good to lose money. It's healthy. You learn from your mistakes. Anybody here married? Anyone here married? I'm married. You know what the worst thing about marriage? Divorce. Okay, how many of you guys here are divorced and said, damn, if I knew I was going to divorce, I would have never got married in the first place? Because you think of marriage is great, you know, expensive, try a divorce, right? I think that's the old saying. So, you know, and if you knew, you probably would have never bought the same thing. If you knew that was going to happen, you would never got married. Same thing with a stock. If you knew, you know, you're gonna get crushed on it, getting out of it, you probably would never bought it in the first place because you didn't do your due diligence. Well, who taught you how to do your due diligence? Yourself? Come on, guys. You don't sit there and diagnose your own sickness. When you're sick, you go to the doctor. You know, and only a doctor can prescribe you medication. Unfortunately, in the trading market, there's no regulation for that. You want to go out there and be self-taught? They says, you know, God bless you. And that's why online brokers, you know, take advantage of people like uneducated people. But you know what? The good thing is that you guys are a hell of a lot smarter than the 25 other million people out in this world trying to figure out your own. You're just here to interview and see, all right, who's the guy that I could trust and sample it out? Because you don't want to go out there and think, listen, it's really a game. You just gotta play the game. That's all it is, you know? And that's what you have to look at it. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, learn the KISS method, which is what we preach here at CyberTrain University. Keep it super simple. The simpler you keep it, the faster you learn, because the one thing we cannot teach you is experience. Experience is eventually going to come with you just keep doing it. And the more you do it, the more you're going to love it, the better you're going to get at it. But it does take time. Now, let's talk about potential income. Think about this for a second. You buy 1,000 shares of stock, okay? Stock moves 50 cents. Now you see stocks move dollars, like I just told you about, EXAS, stock was up $10 in 2 days. If you just got 50 cents, which you saw some of the chats that I show you from some of our traders in those slides, that's $500 a day, 10,000 a month. You're talking a nice 6-figure salary. Who here doesn't want that job? Who here doesn't want to just listen and see and says, is that possible? That'd be pretty good. Because I could tell you this, guys, how many of you guys are on Social Security? We know that's not paying enough. How many of you guys are in a sense of retirement? You got a nice little nest. You don't want to live off it. You want to build on it. We're living longer. That money doesn't last too long. And you're going to know that. And you want to enjoy life because that's what life's all about. That's the American dream. So what I'm looking to do is this, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I came here because I want to prove to you, and I want you guys to sample and see why we started the original trading room 25 years ago. And the reason why I started the trading room 25 years ago is because when I left my brokerage firm, they told me, and they were 110% right. They says, Fausto, if you want to be successful, you better surround yourself with people that know how to trade like you, because you can't do this on your own. You think sitting downstairs in your basement with 6 monitors is going to make you money? Anyone know Tom Sosnoff, the founder of Thinkorswim, owns Tastyworks? He always taught me a long time ago. I know him for about 15 years. When I first met him, he was trading on 1 monitor. I'm like, wow, I'm pretty impressed, Tom. You're a great trader. Why you only trade with 1 monitor and not 6 like everybody else out there? He goes, Fausto, can't make money on 1. How the hell are you gonna make money on 6? So listen, great traders never stop learning. We're all, even presenters here. I was listening in. I learned a couple of things. That's what it's all about. We're always learning, but you got to learn from the right people, not the wrong people. So anyway, see why CyberTrain University has been featured in some of the biggest brokerage firms in the industry, and get a little taste of what it's all about. So this is what I'm asking everybody to do. Give us $7. The $7 is a sample of, we're going to want you to try our room for 7 days, and we're going to give you you're going to get a personal education advisor. You're going to get a live Q&A. We're going to teach you how to trade pre-market, after-market. You're going to get a watch list. And the reason why, and let me just tell you this, the $7, you're probably looking at it, okay, what's the catch? What's the scam? This, that. Listen, there is no scam. The scam, the thing is this, we just want to know you're a real person. There's a lot of people that try to, we get a lot of foreigners that try to, steal our content. You get some competitors that try to steal it. So we just want to make sure you're a real person. I know everyone here would be happy to join in the room for free, but we're not looking for free people. We're looking for serious traders. So the $7, just to let you know, you're going to be getting all this stuff. And you know what? After 7 days, if you're not happy, I'll give you money back. Like I told you, we don't need your $7. It's just to let us know that you're a real person. Now, with that said, as a bonus, whoever registers right now, the first 20 people, I will personally give you a free coaching session myself. Okay. Now, the next thing you're probably asking, what in the hell? Why would Fausto do that? Why would he waste his time to talk to me? Well, like I told you, if you're looking to make the $250,000 a year, well, if you're making it, that means I'm gonna make money on it too, because that means you know how to make money, because I taught you how to do it. So you're gonna make my life easier, because you're gonna be able to make good call outs. You're gonna be able to see things. So that's basically what it's all about. So by that time, I'm gonna be interviewing you. Okay, so this is basically a step to get into the front door. So all you need to do, guys, is go to our website. Let me just get you that link, because I'm almost out of time here. I got about 4 minutes and don't want to go over it. You go to cybertrainuniversity.com, and let me just getting started. Let me just get that link for you. Here we go. And hopefully you guys could see this. Oh, hold on to the entire audience. Okay, so there you go. There it is. If you go right on our homepage or our website, you can go to ctu.co, cybertrainuniversity.com, and you click on right on the link, or click on that link right there, and we'll get you registered. Get the free, get the tape reading course. Get started now, and that's basically where you can register. Okay. Is that basically it? Yeah, there we go. On our homepage of our site. Now, does anyone have any questions? I got about 3 minutes. Anyone have any questions about, you know, about what we've learned and what to expect? By the way, a question coming across is another thing, guys. When you register, and by the another thing, you can call in too right now. You can call 877-70-CYBER, and we have education advisors standing by. You can register over the phone. All right. Now, listen, you don't have to start right away. To activate your account, you talk to an education advisor. Maybe you want to start on Monday, maybe enjoy the weekend, whatever you want to do. But this is a one-time, you know, offer where register, pay the $7, and when you're ready to turn it on, turn it on. Okay. But guys, remember that this is very, very important. You have nothing to lose. You have great presenters today. They all are offering a great product. I personally, every single one of you should buy a little bit from everyone here, and you all should sample it and see who is the best for what you like. And let me tell you, you don't know until you try it. Like I told you, I can only spark your interest in 45 minutes. I can't teach you to trade in 45 minutes. Now, if you like what you hear, you want to shadow market makers, you want to know how to read high frequency trades, you want to know what this is all about when you watch TV and see how these mutual funds and hedge funds are able to afford $50, $100 million homes and how they're doing it, come in my trading room. You got nothing to lose other than $7. And after 7 days, you don't like, I'll give you money back. All right. Okay. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to move on, and I want to pass over the mic back over, and like I said, you got my email, you got my phone number. If you guys need anything, feel free to contact me. Once again, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. My name is Fausto Pugliese, President, Founder of CyberGroup University, and hopefully look forward to seeing you all in the trading room.